Good morning and welcome. Where did all of you come from? Isn't this something else? Welcome to commencement at UNC Asheville. My name is Mary Grant, and I have the distinct pleasure and honor of serving as chancellor of this fine institution. And on behalf of the board of the University of North Carolina Asheville trustees, I welcome you today as we convene today's graduation ceremony. I am delighted to welcome to this campus so many members of our graduating class, along with their family and friends, faculty, staff, loved ones, dignitaries, to this day of celebration. And I extend my sincere congratulations to all who will be recognized here today. We are very proud of you and your many accomplishments. We are very proud of you. You leave here well prepared for the challenges and opportunities ahead, and one thing that we know for sure, there will be plenty of both, but you are ready for them. And as we begin today's ceremony, I would ask that you remain standing while I invite Katie Chalufi up to the podium where she will lead us in singing America the Beautiful. Katie, please join us at the podium.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plains. America, God shed His grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Katie. That was beautiful. Please be seated. Katie will actually be joining us next semester, where she will be enrolling for her degree in biology. So Katie, thank you for getting a jump start on your UNCA experience. Thank you so much, Katie. Beautiful job. Commencement is a day of celebration, and today we celebrate and honor the class of 2015. In this class, there are graduates who have delighted and inspired us with their success in the classroom, in the laboratories, on the athletic fields, and the courts, in the theater, the galleries, and across the community. Graduates who have studied abroad, who have pursued research, and mentored younger students along the way. Graduates who have returned to school after many years and have completed their bachelor's and their master's degrees, bringing to the classroom professional and life experiences that add richness to the discussion and underscore the importance of lifelong learning. You've completed research projects and internships, you've joined honor societies, you've founded and led clubs and nonprofit organizations, you've created words of art, visual and spoken alike. You've danced, you've sung, you've scored goals, and you've snatched rebounds. You've taught classes, you've worked multiple jobs, you've raised families, you've cared for your parents, grandparents, one another. You have made your families proud. You've made all of us proud. You've put your time, your energy, your education to good work, and today we celebrate all of you. We are grateful for the time that we have had together and thankful that you have been with us. And during the moments of celebration today, as we think about those who are in this room with us, let's take a moment and think about those who cannot be with you today, but who are with you always. So let's take a moment and just think about those folks. Thank you. And in recognition of all who we love and we miss and all who are here with us today, we celebrate. Commencement is the culmination of years of academic work and accomplishments. It is made up of the work of many, many people across this institution who have put energy and care into making this a very special day for all of you and all of us. Would you please join me in thanking, with a round of applause, the talented and hardworking staff in our facilities department, our technology department, student affairs, residence life, academic affairs, the registrar's office, public safety, advancement, CSAP, and the commencement committee, and the countless volunteers who work so hard to make this a day of celebration. Let's have a round of applause for all those folks. Thank you all so much. You do such great work on this campus, and we're so grateful to you. And I'd like to extend a deep thank you to the faculty and staff of UNC Asheville for your passion, for your energy, for your spirit, for your time. I'd like to thank you for the work you do inspiring our graduates and committing yourselves to a liberal arts education. The work that you do shapes lives. The work that you do enriches our collective future. Faculty give of their time and their expertise generously and without hesitation. They continue to build and shape the future of UNC Asheville and our graduates. Whether you are guiding undergraduate research projects, serving as academic advisors, guiding student productions, working on installations and performances, engaging with our schools, our neighborhoods, our community on complex and important issues, whether you're leading international study programs, advising one of the many clubs and organizations on campus, or simply sharing your insights and your time with graduates over a cup of coffee or in your office, you take advantage to embark with our students on their educational journey and bring them every step of the way. Our students know they can count on you, that they respect you, that you are part of their lives here and as they move on. The dedicated staff on this campus work hard in partnership with the faculty to make everything happen. No matter their role or assignment, day and night, our staff go above and beyond to make UNC Asheville a very special place where students grow and learn and achieve powerful results. You serve the university with distinction. I know you share my pride in the class of 2015. I would like to invite the members of the faculty and the staff and administrators who are here today to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for what you do, and importantly, thank you for how you do it. It is really quite something. At UNC Asheville, we are also fortunate to be served by an outstanding and accomplished board of trustees. These volunteers bring with them an array of academic, civic, and professional expertise. They are stewards and champions of UNC Asheville. I would like to introduce several members of our board who are with us today. Pat Smith, chair of the board, J.W. Davis, Bob Long Jr., Rick Lutovsky, Wilma Sherrill, Oscar Wong, and our student trustee, Maya Newland. Could I ask that our trustees please stand and be recognized? And now I'm pleased to invite Pat Smith, Chair of the Board, up to say a few words. Pat?
Thank you, Chancellor. Chancellor Grant, distinguished members of the Platform Party, it is with immense pride that I take this opportunity to congratulate and address our graduating seniors on behalf of the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees. Graduates, I join the UNC Asheville alumni, the faculty, and the staff, your friends and your families, as we gather to congratulate and celebrate you on your achievement in completing your respective degrees. Your experiences at UNC Asheville and the memories you have made here have helped shape the individuals that you have become and that you are today. In just a few moments, you will walk across this stage to receive your hard-earned degrees, and you will go forth to embrace your futures. I know that you will do so with the confidence and capability that comes from receiving your education at this outstanding public institution. You will be walking, breathing examples of the value of a public liberal arts education. And your journey with UNC Asheville does not end when you leave here today. You go forth from UNC Asheville with continued support from our dedicated faculty and as respected alumni of one of the finest public liberal arts universities in the nation. As a graduate of this institution, it is your responsibility to use the critical thinking and problem-solving skills you developed here to improve our society and the lives of others that you will meet on your journey ahead. And your education does not end here, because learning is truly a lifelong pursuit. I want to take just a moment to recognize the completion of our Chancellor's first year at UNC Asheville. Mary arrived in early January and hit the ground running, and she hasn't stopped. She's a whirlwind of energy and passion for the public liberal arts and UNC Asheville. She's bold and aspirational about our future. Wherever I go, on campus and in the community, everyone loves Mary Grant and is thrilled that she's leading our university and is part of our community, and so are we. Thank you, Mary, for an incredible first year, and congratulations. And once again, congratulations, graduates, on your tremendous success. We know you will represent this university with great honor in the years ahead.
Thank you, Pat, and thank you for your kind words, unexpected, and thank you to all of our trustees for being with us today and for all that you do every day on behalf of UNC Asheville and our students. The University of North Carolina system is governed by a board of governors comprised of volunteer leaders from across the state of North Carolina. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Roger Aiken, a member of the UNC Board of Governors and a true friend to UNC Asheville, to bring greetings. Roger is a native of Asheville and a longtime friend of the university. He is a wonderful bulldog as well. In addition to his work with the UNC Board of Governors, Roger is a senior vice president at Wells Fargo and serves on the Eblin Charities Board of Directors. He has been a member of the Asheville Chamber of Commerce and the Buncombe County Board of Education, where he served 2 terms as chair of the board. Please join me in welcoming Roger Aiken.
Chancellor Grant, Chair Smith, and members of the Board of Trustees, Provost Urgo, faculty, staff, and students of the University of North Carolina at Asheville, with a very special recognition of those students who will graduate today, their family, and friends. On behalf of Chairman Lou Bissett, President Tom Ross, and the entire University of North Carolina Board of Governors, it's an honor to be here today to recognize your tremendous accomplishment. I noticed as you walked in, each of you took a moment to look up the stands to your parents, brothers, sisters, and other friends and relatives. I'm sure when you looked at their faces, you saw looks of pride, joy, and yes, in some cases, amazement and relief that is there just for you today. I and the other Board of Governors would like to salute the hard work that's being rewarded today to reach this point in your life to discipline, dedication, and cans of Red Bull. Graduates, the experience learned during your time at UNCA will resonate throughout your life. We all salute your accomplishments and look forward to your contributions to our university, our state, and our nation. You will always be the best advertising this institution will ever have. You're better than billboards. You're better than a 60-second commercial in the Super Bowl. So please spread the word about this great institution and make us all proud. May this special moment live always in your heart. God bless you and good luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Thanks so much for being with us today and for all that you do. It's tremendous. We're grateful for your service. I'd now like to welcome Bill Haggard, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, to the podium, who will introduce our student speaker. Bill?
Thank you, Chancellor. Good morning. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Rosemary Fisher. Rosemary graduates today with a degree in drama and is an active member of the University Honors Program. She was born in Macon, Georgia, and grew up in Louisville, North Carolina. She has worked on several theatrical productions at UNC Asheville, helping with the lighting and sound for The Importance of Being Earnest, Sorting Trash, and Columbinus, serving as costume designer for Wiley and the Hairy Men, and performing in Qtopia and Fefu and Her Friends. In the fall of 2014, she presented on her experience studying abroad in Italy at the North Carolina Honors Association Conference at the University of Mount Olive. Please join me in welcoming Rosemary to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Haggard. When I arrived at UNC Asheville, I was completely clueless about what I was doing and what I'd be doing next, which is about how I feel right now. There's a certain amount of panic that comes with facing the unknown, so congratulations to those of you who are also clueless and haven't completely lost it. While this is alarming, I take comfort in the fact that the direction we go in isn't the only thing that defines us. Take your hobbies or the things you like. Whether you become a librarian or a park ranger or something completely different, if you enjoy tennis or knitting or art, you can carry that with you, have a bit of continuity through this transition. Yes, you've graduated from college, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy Steven Universe or Mancala anymore. It's important to remember who you are, but also how you are. Be kind and thoughtful. Be caring and open to other people's perspectives. That's what we've been trained to do. Don't let your personal worldview distract you from recognizing others. People talk about the world becoming overly sensitive. I think people are simply becoming more willing and more aware of how they feel. That doesn't make a person's feelings less valid. As Louis C.K. says, when a person tells you that you hurt them, you don't get to decide that you didn't. Having a liberal arts education has given us the opportunity to be exposed to different perspectives and learn about other people's experiences. It's opened our minds. Don't let the outside world close them. Going out into that world is a scary prospect, but remember, everyone else has done it, and we passed the tests we need to be qualified to get out there. Yeah, things are ending, but like it says in that fantastic song from our formative teen years, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. We're prepared, and we have the privilege of being educated individuals, as well as the other privileges society has afforded to us. These privileges don't make us better than anyone, but they give us tools to see the world for how it really is and to start a change. The world we live in is not our grandparents' world, our parents' world, or even our really cool older cousin's world. It's changed and still changing. As much as I want to focus on figuring out my life and getting a cat, that's not all there is. I need to be aware of what the world's up to so I can change with it, hopefully for the better. At the same time, don't focus so much on the world at large that you forget to take care of yourself. If your situation was like mine, when you came to college, suddenly your family wasn't there to watch over you, to remind you to eat and drink enough water, to spend some time with others and not hole yourself away. Eventually I made friends, and I imagine you guys did too, who took over that role to a certain extent and made sure you had adventures, even if that adventure was trying out the hot bar at Harris Teeter or spending a morning on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Keep people like that in your life and be that person for someone else. We're responsible for ourselves, but we're also responsible for each other. Sometimes we might not be able to handle both, but in general, there's a balance between being there for yourself and being there for the rest of the world. In this vein, my mom had an idea that I want to share with you. I don't have a job lined up. I was bemoaning this fact to my mom when she suggested I volunteer somewhere and use my time efficiently instead of cordoning myself away from civilization. I think that's really brilliant, so that's an option if it floats your boat. It's not every day you graduate, but every day you can be getting better. Whether you're getting better at taking care of yourself or a skill or something completely different, it's entirely up to you. You can do this. Look what you've already done. You made it. Congratulations, graduates. I'd like to wrap this up with a verse from Closing Time.
Closing time, time for you to go out to the places you will become. Closing time, this room won't be open till your brothers or your sisters come. So gather up your jackets.
Magnificent, Rosemary, and I think everybody should have their own soundtrack. That was just really wonderful. So could we have a round of applause for Rosemary? She did a beautiful job. I have no doubt that you're going to do well, that you're going to find a place to put your time, and that you will get your cat. I have every confidence. And great advice from your mother, too. That is really wise. So, Rosemary, I'm just so proud of you, and thank you for being with us today up here and sharing your remarks. It's now my great pleasure to invite Joe Urgo, our provost, to the podium, who will introduce our commencement speaker. Joe?
Thank you, Chancellor Grant. Dr. Leah Graydon Matthews, Professor of Economics, the Interdisciplinary Distinguished Professor of the Mountain South, and the 2015 Board of Governors Excellence in Teaching honoree will give our commencement address today. Dr. Matthews earned a BA magna cum laude in Economics, French, and International Affairs from Marquette University in 1991, and a PhD in Agriculture and Applied Economics from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities in 1998. Leah is an active scholar, a gifted teacher, and a valued mentor to the many students who have been fortunate enough to take her classes and to work with her on significant research projects exploring the economics of land, people, and place. Her interdisciplinary, community-based scholarship with numerous students participating as research assistants shows her to be the model of the socially engaged professor. During her 17 years on the faculty at the University of North Carolina, Asheville, Dr. Matthews has taught a wide range of courses in economics, as well as courses for other degree programs and in the general education program. In recognition of her superb teaching and scholarship, she was named a GlaxoSmithKline Faculty Fellow in 2008, served as the Sarah and Joseph Bremen Professor of Social Relations from 2011 to 2013, was selected as the first interdisciplinary Distinguished Professor of the Mountain South in 2013, and this fall received the Kenneth G. Elzinga Distinguished Teaching Award from the Southern Economic Association. Dr. Matthews has inspired students in all her classes not only to learn the fundamentals of the discipline of economics, but to understand and explore the connections between the scholarly discipline and the world outside the academy. In her own words, she seeks to develop economic literacy in her students to give them skills in economics which they will use and apply throughout their lives. Students praise her ability to explain complex concepts in economics and to facilitate their mastery of these concepts. She does so in part by employing what she describes as a scaffolding pedagogy, enabling her students to build new skills on ones they learned in earlier courses and through a sequence of courses. In addition to her work in the classroom, Dr. Matthews has supervised numerous undergraduate research projects. In a joint letter, 4 former undergraduate research students said, "Instead of telling us exactly what to do, she challenged us to think critically about our own research design, analysis, and how we wanted to present our findings." Clearly, Dr. Matthews has impacted the lives of her students in ways that will continue to shape their intellectual growth for years to come. Dr. Leah Graydon Matthews.
Thank you, Dr. Urgo, for the kind introduction, and to you, Chancellor Grant, for the opportunity to speak to you, our graduates, your families, and friends. It is a true honor to be here. As an economist, my core teaching objective is to improve the economic literacy of my students. I see this as an effort to impart economic wisdom, noting that wisdom represents not only mere knowledge, but also a deeper understanding of the meaning of that knowledge. Today, I offer a short parting lesson in economics for you, the graduating class assembled here. Specifically, I'm going to speak on the economic wisdom of the liberal arts. I've spent the greater part of 20 years working to show how we can put a price on those things that you can't buy in the market, like water quality, scenic quality, and cultural heritage. We all know these things have value, but there typically aren't prices that serve as an indicator, however imperfect, of that value. For example, we know that visitors to the Blue Ridge Parkway make their trips primarily to enjoy the beautiful vistas, and that those trips generate tourism dollars for communities along the parkway. However, the scenic quality itself is not typically monetized. How much is it worth to you to have the opportunity to view the stunning mountain landscapes we enjoy here in Western North Carolina? Knowing the value of scenic quality is absolutely essential to knowing the real value of the parkway, since it is an integral element of the parkway itself. We cannot separate the views from the mountains. Now that you know that I'm interested in putting prices on things, what I'm about to say may seem counterintuitive or a bit surprising. The value of your liberal arts education here at UNC Asheville is priceless. Let me say that again. The value of a UNC Asheville education is priceless. Although I can price nearly everything, it is impossible to equate the price of your education with the value it produces. We could attach a dollar amount to some aspects of your education. I'm certain that you and perhaps your parents have felt the very real costs of paying tuition, books, room and board, and other expenses associated with obtaining your degree. And we could also probably come up with an estimate of what economists call the opportunity costs of your time here, the income you could have been accumulating during the years spent completing your degree. Instead of working full-time, you were participating in classes, studying in the library, writing lab reports, conducting research, creating beautiful art and music, serving as a leader on campus, and volunteering in the community. We could also factor in the economic and perhaps even social costs of some of the decisions you've had to make to earn your degree. The nights you studied for an exam instead of going out with friends, the time you took off work to finish your senior project, or the weekend you spent at an undergraduate research conference when you could have gone on a backpacking trip. If we attempt to put the costs together, this sum will give us a price or a monetary cost of your education, and I am certain that this price would not come close to the true value of your education. Those of you who recall your principles of economics may recognize this as something akin to the classic paradox of value. The paradox describes the apparent contradiction in the fact that water is relatively cheap compared to diamonds, though water is clearly more important. Being able to understand and utilize the difference between price and value is part of what comes with true economic wisdom. It has become standard, and lately a bit controversial, to want to compare this cost or price of a degree with a student's lifetime earning potential, what many see as the primary benefit of a college education. And yes, the data are very clear that an individual's lifetime earnings with a degree are much higher than for those without. In fact, a study released earlier this year by Georgetown University's Center on Education and the Workforce reported a difference of $1 million between the lifetime earnings of high school and college graduates. But I would like to argue that the real value of your education is not in the greater earnings you will accumulate over your lifetime, though they will certainly be nice, especially after living on ramen noodles and peanut butter for several years. The real value of your education is embodied in your nimble mind, your ability to synthesize information systematically and critically, your ability to integrate, to make real meaning from data and experiences and knowledge from multiple disciplines. The real value of your education is in the ability you have to recognize the benefits of a good team populated with individuals from diverse backgrounds, to understand why you should not go it alone when you could be more productive and have more fun when surrounded by a supportive network. The real value of your education comes from the lifelong friendships you've gained during your time here and from discovering more about who you are as a person, a friend, a scholar, and a citizen. The real value of your education is in the many skills you have developed over your years at UNC Asheville. The ability to communicate effectively, the ability to sit comfortably with uncertainty and to be able to use that uncertainty in a productive manner, to be open to what is in front of you, to recognize and live within your limits, whether these be economic, social, cultural, or pragmatic limits like time, to learn from disappointments and failures in the lab or in life, to ask the right questions instead of merely seeking the tidy answer, and to clearly articulate your own personal strengths and weaknesses. In my view, these intangible but enormous benefits of your UNC Asheville experience should be heralded at least as much as the increase in earnings you will enjoy. However, because it is inherently challenging to put a price on these benefits, and because we frequently don't discuss them in value terms, we tend to undervalue them, or worse, neglect them altogether when discussing the value of education. Recently, we've seen a movement to encourage more job preparation, an effort to use earnings as a measure of the value of one's education, and to encourage students to pursue majors that have the highest earning potential relative to the cost of their degree. I object to this movement for at least two reasons. First, it clearly ignores the intangible benefits of education, which are both significant, as I have just outlined, and difficult to monetize. And second, I believe that if we encourage students to pursue an education that prepares them for a very narrow set of career pursuits, we are doing them a significant disservice. Many graduates will change not just jobs, but entire careers several times during their working lives. If career preparation is too narrow when a recession hits, or if family circumstances require a career shift, workers will be at a severe disadvantage if unable to apply existing skills and experience to new opportunities. The broad-based education offered here at UNC Asheville provides you with real skills and real competencies that will not become obsolete with the next industry bubble or business cycle. Your liberal arts education is, in fact, the most creative and practical of all education. It cultivates a flexibility that will enable you to adapt to new experiences and realities in your personal and professional lives. You will move past apparent obstacles and develop innovative connections, ideas, and solutions where none or few have been made before. Last month, I was in Woolworth Walk in downtown Asheville and ran into a student who was in my class a decade ago. We chatted for a while about his latest business venture, his third successful enterprise since graduation, and then he ever so naturally started showering accolades about his UNC Asheville experience. How much he learned about economics, though he was an environmental studies major. How much he appreciated having the chance to learn from smart faculty and students with disciplinary backgrounds and life experiences different from his own. How he thinks often about how much he appreciates the education he received because it made his mind nimble, able to see how things fit together in a way that has allowed him, as an entrepreneur, to take advantage of new opportunities. After a while, I said, I should be recording this for a UNC Asheville commercial. Truth be told, I say that a lot when I talk to our alumni, and I know that I am not the only faculty who regularly has this experience. UNC Asheville alumni treasure the education they receive here because it puts them in a position of being able to move forward in directions they feel make their lives good and meaningful, satisfying and successful. Let me restate my main point. There's more to economics and life than just money. It's the intangibles that can have a profound impact on one's experience. We need to recognize the value of the intangible benefits of your education, just as we need to value the intangible benefits of the scenic quality along the Blue Ridge Parkway. There is economic wisdom in the liberal arts. The potential to adapt to changing economic, political, social, cultural, and physical realities is a real value that is essential in modern society. And a liberal arts education is actually the most practical kind because it prepares you to do just that. While you may not yet be able to envision the myriad ways in which this adaptability will help you as you move along your life path, I assure you, graduates, you will find tremendous real value from these intangible characteristics that you now embody as a result of your time on this campus. And we will be waiting right here for you to tell us all about it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Matthews, for your thoughtful and wise remarks and your tireless dedication to the students of UNC Asheville. Thank you so much. It is now my great pleasure to welcome Dr. Joseph Urgo back to the podium so we can begin the conferring of the degrees. Joe?
Since 1991, UNC Asheville has awarded a master's degree in the liberal arts, a unique offering in higher education. The Interdisciplinary Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences program challenges students to explore the interconnectedness of the human condition. From arts and humanities to the natural and social sciences, the MLAS degree is an important component of UNC Asheville's liberal arts mission. Will the candidates for the Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences degree please stand? Remain standing. Chancellor Grant, these students have completed all the requirements for the master's degree and have been so certified by the faculty and the registrar. I present them to you for the awarding of the degree.
In recognition of your successful completion of the course of study and your fulfillment of requirements, by vote of the university faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees and the concurrence of the Board of Governors, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by these boards and the state of North Carolina, I confer upon you degree of Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Will you please come forward to receive your diplomas?
For the Master of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Shannon Carol Earl. Stephen Jordan Gerontakis. Samuel Chadwick Gibbs III. Matthew William Hutchins. Lauralee Ann Kendall. Genevieve Lee Petruzzi. Brenda Joyce Sconyers. Jessica Faye Shrego. Erin Elizabeth Weber Boss. Will all of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? Chancellor Grant, these students have completed all the requirements for the baccalaureate degree and have been so certified by the faculty and the registrar. I present them to you for the awarding of the degrees.
In recognition of your successful completion of the course of study and your fulfillment of requirements by vote of the university faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees in concurrence of the Board of Governors, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by these boards and the state of North Carolina, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science and Engineering, or Bachelor of Science. You may now take your seats and you'll be called forward to receive your diplomas.
For the Bachelor of Arts, Dustin Ryan Abernathy. Sarah Elizabeth Adams. Nancy Emily Alexander. Lacey Jade Ammons, cum laude. Alexis Rianne Antonucci. Frank John Arata V, cum laude. Brannon Ernest Ahi. Emily Ann Bainan. Christy Michelle Barnwell. Olivia Denise Bowman. Stephanie Luann Branson. Morgan Ann Brookshire. Carolyn Marie Brown. Callie Danielle Brown. Catherine Breyer Buchanan, cum laude. Karen Leanne Bunch, cum laude. Kayla Brooke Cable, cum laude. Jenna Ann Caceres. Maeve Elspeth Callahan. Jefferson Canaveral. Simon Michael Carsey. Amanda Jo Carey. Melissa Castillo. Adore Marie Clark. William Edward Cockey, magna cum laude. Bethany Allison Coombs. Christian Tyler Cornett. Joe Dean Crawford. Olivia Nicole Cruz. Amy Rosetta Doherty. Auslyn Davis. Lauren Christine Deloach, cum laude. Abigail Lynn Derbyshire, cum laude. Jonathan Baker Dermid. Suzanne Ward Dewhurst. Genevieve Noda Dockery. Eric John Dahl, magna cum laude. Montana Allen Eck, cum laude. Laura Fugate Engel, summa cum laude. Rosemary Kate Fisher, magna cum laude. Halima Noni Flint. James Patrick Foote. Zachary John Wedge Wyatt Fowler. Andrew Seth Freeman, magna cum laude. Jessica Beth Fruckman. Shannon Michelle Gill. Stephen Curtis Ginn. Kevin Allen Getchie. Sandra Elisa Grant Sellers, cum laude. Dana Marie Harrison. Hayward Allen Hawkins III. Ashley Michelle Hicks. Jenna Brittany Hoglander. Mary Catherine Hopkins. Victoria Joelle Howell. Allison Louise Huskins, cum laude. Benjamin Armstrong Gerald, magna cum laude. Hagen Thomas Johnston. Christopher Ryan Jones. Natalie Christine Carr, summa cum laude. Kira Marie Karwaki. Emily Kristen Lauer. Benjamin Nolan Lockhart. Declan Patrick Lockheed. Cedric Delano Loritz, Jr. Cody Lee Loy, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Andrew Marshall. Shelby May Mast. Hannah Christine Mathis. Valerie Renee McMurray. Anthony Shea Melvin, cum laude. Raphael P. Mendel. Lindsay Lane Migueles. Andre Ian Maletti, cum laude. Benjamin Hampton Miller. Gino Miller. Catherine Elizabeth Miller. Michael Donovan O'Hearn. Georgia Kriesman Olson. Erica Reed Owens, cum laude. Judy Thawith Powell. Benjamin Austin Patterson, magna cum laude. Ariana Peden, summa cum laude. Melissa Ann Peel. Heather Ann Peffer. Ian Sloat Phillips. Cassandra Jasmine Pierre. Olgird Mihal Pochaleski, Jr. Quentin Joseph Reynolds, cum laude. Avery Tyler Riggs. Victor Angel Rivera. J. Gavin Rubin. Jordan Scott Rumfelt. Brian Patterson Sanders. Alexander Ross Schaefer. Margaret Grace Schermerhorn. Claire Macon Shadame. Mamonir Kimia Sheriate. Adrian Nicole Sigmund. Bailey Lynn Simon. Richard Allen Simpson, Jr. Samantha Lynn Skipper. Brian Philip Smith. Cassie Alexandria Sorrell. Arlene Jeanette Sorto. Hunter Jacob Sprinkles, magna cum laude. Madeline Gail Stagnaro. Elisa Shea Sullivan. Alexandra Marie Tassius. Catherine Ellis Tedder. Corey Adam Thompson. Ryan James Tomes. Lori Elizabeth Triplett. Claire Elizabeth Wadhams. Jennifer Ann Wanamaker, summa cum laude. Michael Benton Weddington, cum laude. Brooke Nara Weston, summa cum laude. Nicholas Edward Whaley. Allison Diane Widener. Gerald Hampton Young. Anthony Joseph Zarconi. For the Bachelor of Fine Arts, Marissa Ellen Mahaffey. Jacob Waylon Wilson. And for the Bachelor of Science, Caitlin Marquette Alexander. Dennis Michael Altoff. Justin Darrell Anderson. Thomas Robert Benton. Brian Scott Berry. Erin Elizabeth Bishop, cum laude. Audrey Louise Bissiere Grote, cum laude. Maggie Brown Butterbaugh, magna cum laude. Travis Clayton Bordley. Kelsey Nicole Brooks. Gabriel Shad Bunn. Cody Levi Bouchon, cum laude. Whitney Gail Campbell. Alex Chase Corley. Rodney Eugene Colston, Jr. Colby Marin Crawford. Simone Michelle Crawford, cum laude. Melanie Marie Kuzi, magna cum laude. Grace Elizabeth Davis. Devin Claire Dickerson. Caitlin Marie Eckert. Cody Oliver Evans. Margot Blaine Flewelling, magna cum laude. Kevin Richard Forte. Taylor Elaine Fawcett. David Wesley Giddens, magna cum laude. Amanda Blair Gilwitt. Lauren Ashley Glennon. Jeremy Scott Gower. Belinda Elizabeth Grant. Christopher Scott Griffith. Jordan Reed Hall Martin, summa cum laude. Benjamin Xavier Hinman. Timothy Caleb Horner. Audrey Rose Howarth, cum laude. Chloe Ann Haudershell. Andrew John Nicholas Iams. Jesse Robert Ivins. David Michael Jackson. Caitlin Louise Jaycox, cum laude. Ruben Joseph Jacques, summa cum laude. Ryan Patrick Jensen, magna cum laude. Madeline Daphne Johansson. John Anthony Kramer. Amanda Catherine Lale. Jessica Ray LaRose. Erica Stephanie Lidkey. Maria Guadalupe Lomeli Garcia. Morgan Nicole Long, magna cum laude. Sam German Lugar. Blaise Constantine Mathai. Hannah Elizabeth McKenzie. Emily May McNall. Victoria Jade Michaelov, cum laude. Allison Elizabeth Moore. Brendan Kyle Mulhern. Samantha Kelly Mull. Jessica Lynn Netter. Carly Nemanik. Shayla Allison Oates. Thomas Alexander O'Shea. Kelsey Ann Palmer. Trevor Michael Pamikpik. Stephanie Lee Pope. Christopher Michael Potter. Andrew Lawrence Proctor. Joel Mack Rapchick. Molly Francis Skanga. Natasha Carol Schwade. Elizabeth Carolyn C. Marietta Day Shuttlerow. Kirsten Haley Shope. Gabriel Mattia Smiley. Sarah Ann Wright Smith. Michael Douglas Snyder. Sean Lewis Stam. Corey Lee Stanley. Victoria Lee Stanton. Max Clinton Stone. Joshua Andrew Swan. Brian Lee Swan. Melissa Nicole Swider. Colin Kenneth Taft. Robert Isaac Tepperberg. Janet Cavillo Torres. Roger William Turno II. William Christopher Voss. Michael Luke Walker. Hannah Beatrice Wilson, magna cum laude. Danielle K. Winkleman. Chancellor Grant, these are the December graduates.
Let us have a round of applause for these great graduates. So I'm sensing just a little bit of enthusiasm in the room. That's pretty great. Congratulations. What wonderful accomplishments. And what a wonderful morning this has been and a wonderful day of celebration. And I want to thank Rosemary and Professor Matthews once again for your powerful words of wisdom and your inspiration that has added to the richness of this day. You know, this morning about 5:30, I was having a cup of coffee and I was thinking, you know, what can I say to you folks as we wrap up? And I looked at the headlines on the paper, and I set it aside. I said, this is a day of celebration. There's a lot of stuff we could say and talk about, but we're going to save that for another day. Graduates, I just want to tell you that I am inspired by you, and I am deeply grateful for the many different pathways that delivered you to UNC Asheville, and that have just led you across this stage to receive your diplomas. You chose this university for different reasons. You may have come here alone, but today you leave here as part of a greater community. Over the last few months, I've had an opportunity to talk with many of you, and it has been a true gift, these conversations, and I thank you for that. I've had a chance to learn a bit more about some of you, where you came from, what you care about. It's been energizing to listen to you talk about your next steps, about your plans, your dreams, your hopes, and your worries. And a common theme did emerge in these conversations, that all of you want to make a difference. And if what you have done during your time at UNC Asheville is any reflection of that, I'm confident that you will do so and then some. I know that the roads that you traveled here were not always smooth, and they will not be as you leave here, and that's just a fact of life, but you know that. But I also know that the journey is made a bit easier, a bit lighter, richer, more rewarding when we make it in the company of family and friends. So family and friends, thank you for being with us today as we celebrate these graduates. And graduate, it has been a privilege to travel the stretch of this road with you together. And I cannot wait to see where it takes you next. Just yesterday at the donning of the stoles ceremony, one of our parents that was there reminded us all that graduation is a beginning, it's not an ending. So as you begin, and as I look at all of you, I wonder, what might I say to you? I wonder that as we are about to enter a new year, how will this chapter of your individual stories continue to shape our collective story? I wonder, how will this second decade of the 21st century turn out? I don't think it will turn out any better than it might be because of all of you, so thank you for that, graduates. Thank you for the challenges that you're going to take on ahead, and you will do it with smarts, tenacity, curiosity, humor, heart, and courage. I know that you will be hopeful and resilient, and that you will have the wisdom to know that within the many challenges ahead, there are often equally as many opportunities. So as you begin to work on your narrative, your next chapter of the 21st century, I ask that you do the following. In all that you do, draw upon the very best parts of your liberal arts education: imagination, creativity, curiosity, critical thinking, and moral reasoning. Recognize the difference between ideas and ideology, and be critical, analytical, thoughtful, skeptical consumers of information. Practice the art of listening well. Turn off your cell phones from time to time. Listen deeply and with empathy. You would be surprised how much you can learn simply by putting yourself in someone else's shoes. I ask that you have courage courage to forgive and be generous, to give and to receive love. And yes, it does take courage to love, to truly open your heart to someone else and extend yourself expecting nothing in return but getting so much back. That takes courage. And when you make a mistake or fail at something, use it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get back in the game, to do it better next time, or smarter, or with greater empathy. We would be wise to heed the words of the writer and poet Maya Angelou when she says, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Know that there is always more to be done, more to accomplish, and more to learn, and believe that you can go beyond what is obvious and what is easy. So many of you I know have already done this. Class of 2015, my final request for you today is really quite simple. Before you leave here today, take one last look around. Think about the people you love. Think about how fortunate and privileged we are to be here, to be in each other's company, to be in this place at this time, and to have the many gifts we have, and to be each other's friends. As I take my last look at all of you together as a class, my greatest hope for you is that you will continue to bring meaning into your lives by giving of yourself to others, to the community around you, and that you will create something that gives you purpose and gives you meaning, that you will make a difference and that you will be resilient, that you will be happy and fulfilled, that you will remain tenaciously hopeful and optimistic, and that you will let courage and love serve as your guides. To paraphrase Robert F. Kennedy, as the years pass, you will ultimately judge yourself in the extent to which you have used your gifts and talents to lighten and enrich the lives of your fellow men. In your hands lies the future of your world and the fulfillment of the best qualities of your own spirit. So use your gifts and talents. Be part of something that is greater than just you. Celebrate accomplishments and define your own measures of success. Find humor and share it actively with others. Open yourself to new experiences. Forgive. Be kind. Be generous. Leave the world a bit better through your work, your humanity, and your commitment to making a difference. As Emerson wrote, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is to have succeeded. You have left this piece of earth better. You have left this piece of the world better by being here. We are better because you have been here. We've been enriched by your spirit and your talents, by your humanity. Class of 2015, it has been a great privilege to know you and to work with you. I offer to you my deepest and most heartfelt congratulations, and I wish you every success. I would ask that you stand. You may now turn your tassels, and by the authority vested in me by the UNC Asheville Board of Trustees, the University Board of Governors, the great state of North Carolina, I proclaim you University of North Carolina Asheville graduates. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the class of 2015, and look out, world, because here they come. Wonderful job. That is great. Well, since you're up, I'll ask you to remain standing. That's pretty good of you guys. And I'm going to invite Katie Chilifu back up, and she's going to lead us in singing the Alma Mater. The words to the Alma Mater are printed in the back of your program. Katie will be joined by Tara Carr, Susan Ritchie, and Talia Service, all members of the class of 2017. So let us remain standing and let's sing along.
I'm right here.
Hail our alma mater, hail UNCA, learning be your watchword, greatness be your way. High mater. Lift your voices high. Noble alma mater, hear our words of praise. May we love and honor you until the end of days.
Thank you, Katie, Tara, Susan, and Talia. That was beautiful. Another round of applause for our wonderful singers. And congratulations once again to the class of 2015. This has been a special day. We wish you every success as you go forward, and we thank you for having been here with us. I would ask all of you to please extend today's celebration with some light refreshments in Highsmith Student Union. The ushers will direct you to the arena, out through the arena and signs to the celebration where you will be able to spend time with faculty members, with family, with friends. And I would ask that you remain standing until the platform party has exited and our graduates recess. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again, and congratulations, class of 2015.